doing? How's everyone doing? Comment down in the section down below and let me know how you doing. So I just got home from a long day. But before we start, subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell so you get notified every time I upload. And do like, I would greatly appreciate it. I will love you forever. Anyways, with all that said, what's this about? This is about, I guess, another update. A lot of weird stuff has been going on. Sorry if you can hear the light buzzing. I don't know what's wrong with it. But so I was saying, a lot of weird stuff has been going on. My memory is really short lasting now. I don't really recall what happened the week before this, 2 weeks before. But I do remember what happened last week, because it pretty much just happened. Oh yeah, I remember now. Meeting up with a friend, a mutual friend of me, my boyfriend, that happened. And then the next week, which is last week, on last Thursday, the 16th of June, I had a weird, I'll just start off by telling you. So I went to the library and I did my things there. I was doing something that requires a lot of thinking and writing, I guess. And I was just getting really stressed out because I don't have the expertise in whatever I was doing. My boyfriend was the one with the knowledge. And so I couldn't ask him, obviously. I got really frustrated. And then I also got really stressed, which I've already said. And I got really angry as well because my parents kept like bugging me. I just got really pissed. On top of the stress that I already had, like that just added on top of it, I just got really angry. And after that, I got really, I guess you can say, in a way, angry as well. But grief came into place because I started missing him. And I was just on the verge of a breakdown, basically. And I went to the side of the library in the corner, wanting to call a friend, but she didn't pick up, which is fine. And then I just flipped the switch and told myself, you're fine, don't be dramatic, just switch it off, because apparently I run from my emotions now. If you don't already know that. Why? Because I don't think I can deal with it. Because I'm alone in this, and I'm alone in this. I just feel alone in this pain that I'm in. Anyone that is going through grief would know exactly what I'm talking about. Like only you and this person that you, this loved one that you lost, know the relationship and everything that was going on between the two of you. Only the two of you know what you had. So yes, if you're going through the similar thing, then you will know exactly what I mean by I feel very alone in this, I feel very alone in my pain. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. So I was on the verge of a breakdown, trying to call a friend, she didn't pick up, switch it off. It's like, don't be dramatic, you are fine. I packed my things up because the library was closing up, and I got out of there. 1 minute into walking to my car, I had this sudden plunge of a pain in my chest. Something I've never felt before in my life, which I'm not gonna lie, was very scary. I've had muscle pain, breast pain, or nipple area pain, but not this. This felt very weird and off and aggressive. It was so aggressive that it made me make that face like halfway through walking. I just had to stop for like a second. That intense feeling went away within 5 seconds, I would say. And I got to my car. The pain never really got away. It was just like this pressure squeezing feeling in my chest. So I just sat in the car, tried to relax for a bit, but I wasn't sure if I should be driving or not because I didn't want to risk anyone's life. I don't care about my own, just I don't want to take other people's life away. Anyways, I just really wanted to get home, and then a few seconds later I tried driving, and the start it was fine, but halfway through driving I got this nausea and I got dizzy, and I felt like I lost my sense of space and also my balance. If you know how to drive, you know that those are the two things, most if not the only important things you need when you drive, which is spatial awareness and balance. If one thing is off, you're pretty much just, well, not great. Got that. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna lean back and I'm gonna drive slow. But I got home safe, and then I didn't really think much of it other than the intense pain in my chest. But again, I always brush whatever I'm feeling off because well, that's just the way I deal with things. I know it's really unhealthy, but that's just the only way I can deal with things because I don't know how else to deal with it. I don't think I can deal with it any other way. Mentally or physically, I just brush it off. And I guess I always gaslight myself into thinking I'm fine. Say I'm feeling like this, I'll be like, nah, you're fine, don't be dramatic. That's how I get through most things in life, I would say. Not healthy, but the only way I know how. Right, so I got home. At that point, gaslighted myself to a stage where I think I'm fine already. But something in me was just like, I guess an instinct, a gut feeling or so that says, go tell my brother. I went to tell him through a text. I just typed out the message, didn't think much of it, sent it, didn't bother to look at it afterwards. Because I know that he doesn't really reply like immediately or anything. He's busy and stuff. I guess feeling also comes from this feeling of having to tell a person what might be going on with me. Is like after my boyfriend died, I just always felt this need to tell someone if something was wrong with me in a way that, like, just in case something were to happen. I don't want anyone else to feel what I felt, not knowing what happened. So I have this feeling of obligation that I don't want anyone else to feel the way I felt. That's also what called me to tell someone. So I told my brother through text. He didn't reply. I got home around 10 something. And then I was doing my thing on the computer until like 12 a.m. Tried to go to sleep. Tried to sleep. Keyword, tried. Tried for 2 hours. I was almost falling asleep. I think I would say 10 seconds into falling asleep. My dad came barging in. So concerned, asking me, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, you'll feel ill in any sort of way. Like, is there anything wrong with you? I'm like, no, I'm fine. I was so confused at this point. Oh, so specifically told my brother not to tell my mom, meaning don't tell anyone because my mom will tell everyone. By the way, if you follow me on IG, you would already know this because I updated y'all in real time. But yeah, I thought I needed to update YouTube as well, just so you know what's up. And if that barging in concerned, my brother not tell anyone, and I didn't think about like this whole thing when my dad came in. So I was just really confused as to what was going on. Like, why was he so concerned? Like, he was hugging me tight. He laid down on my bed on the side, planning to sleep by my side, just to make sure I feel okay throughout the night. So that was really intense for like, I don't know, like I didn't know what's going on. But 10 minutes in, I was like, my brother told him. The whole time I was like, I'm fine, and I chased him back to his room, got my phone, and I was for sure going to check my phone to see if my brother was the one, because I didn't tell anyone. I just told my brother and Instagram. So none of my family members or anyone like that follow me on Instagram. Yeah, no one should know other than my brother and my family. I was like, it has to be him. Checked my phone, and it was him, because he replied to my text at 2 a.m. We considered this an emergency. This is no joke. It is a symptom of heart-related issue. I read about it while I was checking my symptoms because he had COVID. If you don't know, COVID could also lead to heart-related issues for some cases. So he was reading up on the symptoms, and he said there could be a blockage in your heart or lungs. Strong chest pain is very symptomatic of a heart failure. So when I saw that text, I was like, okay, dramatic much? Because I really didn't think much of what happened. It was just like, weird, whatever. But then said that, I was like, okay. Like I said, I've already gaslighted myself thinking I was fine. So I was like, dramatic much? When I saw his reply, that's why my dad barged in and everything. So that we talked more. My brother called me up on the phone. He couldn't call me because my phone goes on disturb mode at night. That's why he reached out to my dad. Because he thought someone had to be there for me if it was really related to a heart thing. My parents would be the first and the last one to see and save me, basically. And anyways, we talked on the phone. My brother and I, we started explaining all his symptoms, telling me that I deserve their love and that. So I remember telling him, maybe I don't want to be saved. Because if you watch me for a while now, and if you know me personally, you know that I'm very, very torn apart between life and death. I really, really, really want to live. And I also really, really, really want to die. So that's why I said that to him. And he was like, if there is one part, if there's even one tiny little part of you that wants to live, you need to go to the hospital for a checkup. Let go of everything that you're doing and inform people that are involved in it. Just go for a checkup in the hospital just to figure out what's wrong. So I went the first time. I just described briefly how I felt, and the doctor's like, it's obvious, it's just joint pain. But I left out a lot of details because I think I was nervous because I don't consult the doctor much. So I was nervous and I don't really know how to talk anymore. Didn't even do any tests because if it's heart related, logically you should be doing the most minimal test, ECG. What is it called? Electrocardiograph, which I guess shows you a graph of your heartbeat. That is the most minimal test you should do if you are suspecting of a heart-related illness. But yeah, didn't even do that. So tell my brother the consultation is very weird. It's just very surface level. Didn't even go through any tests at all. The pain I feel was much more deep within in my chest. So I don't know why I didn't say anything. Like I said, I was probably nervous, but after that my brother was just like, yeah, you have to go for another one. And so we went for another one. By the way, this first visit was on Saturday, and the second visit was on Monday. Pretty much waited from 8 a.m. Didn't get home until 9 p.m. I think. Yeah, when I was telling this doctor more in detail, you could see he was like, yeah, could be related to, so didn't do the heart. So he asked me to go for a few tests, just ECG, ultrasound of the heart, and also an x-ray, all of which the results came out fine. He said that everything was normal, like my heart seemed normal, in the ultrasound my heart rate was fine, nothing irregular or anything. So the x-ray of my lungs, everything was fine. So she's like, okay, now that I've got two doctors' opinion, I should be fine. But deep down, I just feel something is off, like something's wrong with my body, but I don't know what it is. At this point, I've consulted two doctors. They said my heart is fine, so I should be fine. If I'm not fine, then it is what it is. I don't know. That's your update. But point being, mental health can really affect your physical health. I've heard of it before, but I really didn't think it would apply on me because I'm young. I'm only 23 years old, but it did. Although test results says I'm fine, I don't feel fine. Something in me is wrong, but I don't know what it is. Again, point being, please take care of yourselves. I know coming from me, it's ironic again, but let your emotions out. If you feel it, just let it out. Otherwise, something is gonna go really wrong. If you're gonna take anything away from this video, please take that away. And also, point is, takeaway here is I never came so close to it. What felt like life in that situation, and I don't know. I was still stuck in between the choices of life and death. I couldn't choose one. I was hoping for the latter, and that's just not the way to live. I really hope that I know there will never be joy without sadness and grief anymore, but I really hope it doesn't stay like this for eternity. For myself and you guys as well. I think I have to say that. I don't know. I think I have to say that. Otherwise it may never get better, and I may end up giving in to wanting to take my life. And I really, really hope, same for you guys, that it gets better. And this is not all that life has to offer for you. So much love. So much love as always to all of you. I will see you in my next one. Take care, peeps. Cheeky cheeks.